just keep on checking you out. They wishing to be yours and they taking you out. It's getting to my head and they pissing me off. I got some real ones and they tipping me off. I know you from the inside out. We do some real talking at my mama's house. We finna get something for $1. We might just hit home in a Honda. But are you ready? I am ready. Don't keep me waiting. I'm okay. I'm just minutes away. You can call me any day. You can call me we play. But are you ready? I am ready. Don't keep me waiting. I'm okay. I'm just minutes away. You can call me any day. You can call me we play.
It's Dango. Welcome to another episode of the ByoPodcast Ingwebu 99. So I'm a guest before she's here anyway.
I'm a guest.
Before she's here anyway with the episode. Melukaruti Ingwebu 99. It's just for interview.
So we test it in the bed. Ingwebu 99.
Ingwebu 99.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember when I was at BCC. BCC.
Go Melelen.
Well, I won't say the first word, but OCC will trouble toilets. But BYO has got something to do with toilets and tissue paper.
Yeah. Into zangona ngeze toilet. Go to uthi kwenzakala ne toilet askwazi. So today we're joined by the legend. I think for me you're the best DJ, radio DJ Goblawa Mazio.
Country. I've got a name, I'm tired.
Okay. Siyabonga.
She put my awards here. But I space sigane kakhulu.
Yeah, so ebezabe maningi kakhulu. The one and only Babongile Skhonjwa, entertainer, MC, award-winning radio DJ.
Yeah, actor, businessman as well. I think you wouldn't describe it. You just say entertainer.
Entertainer.
That's it. That's how I think that best describes you.
Because when Zindo's ninga cool, like.
Cool, yeah. You know, at sex on stage.
Ah.
Yeah.
I think we'll get into that part.
The problem is I'm the one who's always interviewing people.
Yeah.
So when I get interviewed, sometimes
you take over the interview.
Yeah.
Also interview.
Yes. So Korapa Nzazamuzbam.
Yeah, Zamuguzbam.
Otherwise, I'll end up interviewing you because I'm kind of good at that.
Welcome to the show, man. Thank you very much for coming.
No, thanks, Quinn. You know, before you dive into me, I just want to say I appreciate you a lot. I appreciate the ideologies and your creativity.
Thank you very much.
In coming up with a lot of things, and I feel Uti. It's a pity that the people who control into the entertainment and getting out there, especially my CEOs and corporates.
Yeah.
They are way too old to appreciate a good concept.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
Vibes with a lot of people. Yeah. And I want to tell you, I haven't told you this, but I'm going to tell you, Uti, I'm really upset about why you stopped Jolo FM.
It's a pendulum Jolo FM.
Yeah, you know, but you shouldn't have stopped because that was an amazing concept. And what German corporates couldn't jump on it.
Yeah.
You know, we're just in the wrong country.
Yeah, that's true.
The country is something that had so much social traction like that on social media. By now would have condom companies and national aid council.
No, I'm just condoms.
Nzamuthi suqalisile ukuyinterview of it.
Sorry. Masebenza khuzana sihamba.
Yeah, khona uqhakathekile yabo. How is your family doing, man?
My family is fine.
You
know, I got engaged, but unfortunately, I'm not marriage material.
Yeah.
I discovered later. You know, I'm with my son, Go. I'm sure you pitch up.
Okay.
Towards the end of the show, exactly. I'm in very good books with his mother, and he's here. We're having an awesome time.
How old is he now?
He's 9 and he can drive.
He can drive.
Wow.
At least he can drive, but not drink yet.
You'll be shocked in your boots. So one time I went to Hartsville, Chisanyama. It was Africa Day. And Eminian, I go on the mic and I say, you know what, you guys, why don't you come out with your kids to Abachisanyama and we call it Selabi Africa Day. And then some guy came there and said, Abitabantwana Banati.
Referring to our Kukutiana.
Yeah, but you know, most of the time during weekends, during the week, undoubtedly, you'd catch me with my son. And I'm going to say this, my son is the most popular 9-year-old in the whole city.
Siyabonga. Beli Mazlin. Obo Mazwen. Are you sure?
No, everyone knows Kobo. The mom went with Kobo. I don't know what event. Wahamba no Kobo. And everyone there was greeting the guy. And she phoned me and said, hi. I'm so happy.
Famous.
Anyway, yeah, he's very famous.
Yeah. Siyakubongela. Like Siyakubongela. But again, I was thanking you for coming to the show. We really appreciate you coming.
No, I do. I also appreciate the moment you've given just to talk to me. I appreciate that a lot.
So, to get into the interview, shed more light on your schooling experience from primary up to tertiary. Did you go tertiary or?
Let me tell you something. I mean, I'm a naturally intelligent guy because I didn't study. That's the truth. But I'm like a B student, you know, with the O level. Grade 7, it was 2-2. ZJC, what B? O level, what B?
Oqala bekule ZJC.
Yeah, form 2.
Ungafeli form 2 away.
Ayahamba, form 2 kanadaba.
Okay.
Kanadaba. Form 2 was basically to determine which class you go to.
Or for O level.
Yeah, because some schools did up to 10 classes.
Okay.
Yeah. I know in Milton there was 4A up to 410.
So in primary school, where did you do it?
Which helped me really. Ngaqala St. Nicholas Efabona for preschool, which was 1980. And then in 1981, ngasensiya Epic and Blue North End. I-racism yonke leyo mdala ngoma. Sasiqala ukungena kuma preschool lamakhiwa. So there was a lot of racism going on there. I remember Pink and Blue, I had a guy called Uncle Georgie. Oh, Likiwa, so racist to the core.
So, like, do you remember any racism incidences?
Of course, yeah. We were given different food from the white kids, and just general treatment. The white kids. I remember Payne's go grade 1, Payne's infant in 1982, and black kids had our own section of the playground, and then the white kids, and we had white teachers as well who couldn't pronounce our names. So I was called Poppy.
Yo, Poppy instead of Babongile. From Babongile to Poppy.
To Poppy. And later some black chicks from convent called me Bubbles. Yes, I want to understand this keyword is in the belly mix.
Yeah, chuti.
Yeah. So from there, since we form grade 2. Infant. I think I did 1 term, and then my dad was a Sibangu lecturer at Belvedere Teachers College in Harare. So we had to move to Harare, and was at Louis Mountbatten.
You private school?
No. It was a government school. But there, Belvedere, about Indians. So it was predominantly Indian school with whites and shorters. Being in Harare, and you can imagine I'm in grade 2. Robert Mugabe is on TV spewing all sorts of things about Ndebele people and the school crowd going on, and all of a sudden the school has one Ndebele.
Yeah. So you're the only Ndebele kid at that school by that time?
Yeah, unless the other Ndebeles who just didn't choose to be Ndebele, but I mean you get there, you are Babongile Skhonjwa.
Out of his Kolosonke.
Yeah. So break time was tough.
So
no.
you were using English throughout, Vele, because there's no chance of you
because
speaking
actually they used to do our lessons L1 and L2. So basically L2 Shona was where if you are not of Shona descent, you do L2.
Bro.
So Amakiwa and Indians were learning L2 Shona, but I was debating what happening is L1. You know, I actually recall my dad can witness to this. One time I said, can they just change my name to Zikomborero or something? Because that's how much stress I was dealing with. You're dealing with, no, you understand
So the tribalism,
why.
was it really bad?
Yeah, it was bad.
So you went from
the
racism
teacher would tell
to
Mrs. Mukazi, why
tribalism.
in Charles?
Actually,
I was an adult student, but just in Ndebele.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the president of the country saying Ndebele is Zinja. You got ministers saying we're cockroaches. What do you expect the kids to do to the only Ndebele in the school?
Yeah, I think that was a tricky part. Then when do you move back to Bulawayo?
Grade 4, my dad was then promoted to be education officer at Gweru.
Okay.
So we then moved to Gweru.
Okay, from Marare to Gweru.
To Gweru, yeah. I went to Cecil John Rose, and fortunately, because of Gweru, the Ndebele is in the school, and it was better.
So, no.
It was calmer, yeah.
Yeah.
It was calmer. And then grade 6, third term, I came back to Baines.
Baines.
Yeah.
So then, Mauqete Baines, is it Milton or Mzingwane?
I went to Mzingwane. My dad was the first head boy in Mzingwane, so I just felt.
What do you mean, first head boy?
Yeah, in the 1960s, I mean, when Mzingwane, you'll see Kupaliwe. Yes.
So vele wahle kwaba
So who celebrate
family thing vele ukuthi
No, I like him from Mzingwane.
Yeah.
I should say. We used to go to Mzingwane a couple of times before I was in Form 1. Initially, I was going to go to Plumtree High School. But some guy drowned.
Damn.
Some football guy. I think what Tom Greenis or something. I remember that vividly. So my mom then said, can I bullying a Plumtree?
It's too much.
It's too much.
Yep.
So then Mzingwane then became.
Yeah, because I was about to ask ukuthi learning experience at boys school injani, because I've heard stories. I've never.
Okay, let me tell you. Life has been tough, really, because now what happened is, former group A schools, and they go boys in Komponi, and then go boys Zemakaya. Yeah, so we meet Mzingwane, and Tina at the Sibo Pains, Labo.
Private school.
Yeah, Labo Milton, that former group A.
Group A, yeah.
Labo Milton, Labo Reps and stuff. Labo Hillside Junior, Kumalo Primary, Singama Salad.
Yeah,
yeah, because we speak English with a little twang.
Yeah.
So the majority of students at school, Zipo is in company, Makaya. So guess who becomes the company anyway?
I'm a salad.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm a salad.
Exactly. So that was Mzingwane. But we're all united in Nigeria. Mzingwane was a very good experience for me.
Bullying,
yeah, of course, mainly Tsunyiso. I mean, you're not called Amatsunyi for nothing.
So do you remember incident like what was the worst experience you could Tsunyiso Mzingwane?
I
feel
because
like
you're not going to the school, but you must experience it.
Yeah.
Because I think in a way, it makes you understand what you are a junior, a school.
Or a seniority.
Yeah, because later on in life, talent, it starts from my incidents when I learn what you use. Ungabafana lokho ungathunyiswanga yiko kusithethisayo on Facebook and all that. You don't understand seniority. So you get a person like me who's 30 years in the industry. I mean, I started entertaining the public on stage at 16. I'm turning 46 this year. I've been entertaining the public from when I was 16, bro. And 30 years in the industry. And the one fan we were no recording ngoma last week. So we tell with old men sit down. You don't know anything.
Yeah.
Because they went to schools that did not prioritize understanding seniority. Yeah. Of course, ule excessive.
Yeah, it's bullying, tricky.
But you know what? I'll tell you, after Form 4, we're in Milton. And when you're in Milton, upper sixes, all the juniors Form 4 and under, they call you sir. They had sir, how are you, sir? You know, and when you're a boarder, you are head of the table. So when the food comes, you dish for yourself first, then you give the lighties. There is. Because it teaches you what? OT. There's seniority.
So, singati seniority Milton as compared to Mzingwani. Ile more civilization.
Milton, you know, Milton, seniority in order. You know, Mzingwani obviously it was like animal farm. So you'd get to Slowly palo chaya. Yeah. Please, yes, I sitting home we kissed. Yeah. So even if you're in upper six, but
Hamilton, as long as you upper, you are regarded very.
Yes. Yeah. You must know you're not gonna win if you end up in the office with an A-level student.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nguzu City, you started entertaining at the age of 16. Hamilton, is it where you start bringing in an artist corner, which as a performer?
Okay, no, 16 numbers explain. There was a culture club in Mzimane.
Okay.
And we started performing at schools. We used to do posters and all that. And Labongpulule go Duba Yasa.
Unkala.
Yes. No, Dube.
Oh, Dube.
Yeah, we Yasa.
Okay.
Basically, Yasa is doing what we're doing in school.
All right.
You know, but I think out of it crew here to me and him commercialized. Exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
So at 16, I was already performing as Golo with our play.
Okay.
If you understand.
Yeah.
Then when I came to Milton, because we play here too, I was doing the belly rap. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So Abantwana Bagaskani, so Do Me Right and what they did a Ndebele rap song, which was big, very big estates.
Okay.
But in terms of public performances, I was the first person for the public. Labana Bagwenza say UK, say America, sorry. But me now, so I was very fascinating with while everyone else was rapping in English, me now in 1992, I was rapping in Ndebele. And that made me very famous.
So it shows ukuthi ilanguage yakho vele ube proud ngayo usasemncane. Yabona, if you check right now abantwana abaningi, you'd find them on Instagram, they find it weird to be talking in the
you're talking in vernacular,
like
you know, I'll tell you something. I think it's our parents. Our parents are the ones to blame, because in 1990, I want to just give you a little brief. In 1980, sorry, when Zimbabwe got independent, our parents thought that for a new Zimbabwe, they must behave like white people.
Yes. So
they took us to white schools and adopted white cultures, which they didn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Then they rubbed it onto us. Yeah. Racism. Yeah. So it's parents. It's your parents who influence the kids. Like Umtanaman, yakhulumisa Ndebele, and ngihamba la ekhaya ngiyamfundisa ukuba cultural. Yawazi ukuthi ngasise ekhaya singasihlinza inkomo, what needs to happen. La yabebamba isigogo laphana, he understands. And he gets cultured, because that's what my dad did. But we've got coconut just who somehow think ukuthi white people and white culture is spot on.
Mm.
Now, I'm brand ambassador for Ingwebu. And you've seen me at most events.
Yeah.
You'll be so shocked that when I tried to come to black-owned clubs. Ingwebu. I was chased out. Look. Yeah. I went to Smokehouse. My friend Ilan Weisenbecker owns Smokehouse. I went to Smokehouse Ingwebu. Ilan, he was drinking Ingwebu. And what, ikiwa.
So,
I don't know, imagine drinking Ingwebu Smokehouse.
Yeah.
The question is, abantu ababeyala ukuthi ungenele lengwebu kuma so-called places on la.
No, I won't say their names because now it's okay.
But are they black people or?
They're black people, yeah.
Yeah.
They're black people.
Interesting.
Why? Sisenyanya into zethu abantu abamnyama. I don't understand that. And now I'm working with Ingwebu so much. I would like ukuthi even endaweni enje Cosmo, my brother Patsani, who's in my journey where entertainment has played quite a big role.
We're coming to you live from Cosmopolitan, by the way. It's a joint, nightclub.
Yeah, lifestyle joint.
Lifestyle joint. To Cosmopolitan for Patsani Nkomo for offering us a venue. This is a record. I think after shooting episode
talk to Patsani, yes, please. His journey is very interesting.
Yeah, I think he's a Kulumala.
Yes, please do. Yeah, the testing, cocktail up, sex on the beach.
Sex on the steady sex on the beach now.
You say it's a beach.
Cocktail in Thank you, babes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sex on the beach, upright. Yeah.
I hadn't thought of that, but yeah. I like the sound of that.
Sex on the beach.
I really do like the sound of that.
So, Beskuluma, ngama performances always in Ndebele.
Okay, no. So I'm still talking about Ingwebu. What is saying that cooked?
Oh, yeah.
But what I would like is something I do at Red Cafe. I don't play music that doesn't resonate with Bulawayo.
Yeah.
So I've got into a lot of trouble with a lot of people, especially guys from Harare, who come there and request Zim Dancehall and what. And I say, no. When you come to Bulawayo, experience what Bulawayo likes.
Yeah.
There's no point in Uvele Harare, Bulawayo, we give you the same music.
Yeah, Kona wins.
Yeah, why would you leave Harare and come here? How do you know you're in Bulawayo? The music must have an identity and a signature. What is the Bulawayo experience? Are you coming here and having the same drinks that you're drinking in Harare? How do you know when you're in Bulawayo?
Actually, a difference.
Yeah. DJ Fresh has been my friend for over 20 years now. And Fresh said something to me so profound. He said, Skhonjwa, and what you want to drink? He says, what is a Zimbabwean beer? I say Zambezi. Then he drinks Zambezi. And he said to me, I'm doing this because I must say, and I like to do that. When I go to SA, I'm not going to look for my friends like KFC Nando's. No, I'm going to chicken lick him.
Yeah.
My friends to say, I was in SA. I went to Dubai. I want to do Dubai things. I didn't forget Dubai things. And this is what we must bring to Bulawayo. And I'm just hoping what I'm teaching can understand what it's not about Utkazaman. It's about giving people a Bulawayo experience. When you're in Bulawayo, starve them of music. Let's give people a Bulawayo experience. This is what we like.
I think there's a long way to go.
You understand? And I'm trying to also say to bar owners, because Zimbabwe Tourism Authority, they must put an order with it. They must be local beer.
Yeah.
Everywhere, it's tourism. I mean, come on, guys. When the guy says, I'm from the States, what can I drink? Let's give them local stuff. They can put it here, it must be expensive.
Yeah.
And say, it's $2, $3, $5. Trust me, if you put shake it here, shake or whatever, and say $5. Yeah. But I've proven, I've taken Ingwebu to unbelievable heights. We've gone to shows, and we've got picture evidence where you find Ingwebu next to Moe, Ingwebu next to Glen 15.
I think Sembona why they chose you to be their brand ambassador. You see how we're pushing them now.
Yeah.
Look at
interview.
You know what I want to express what when a corporate like Ingwebu that I've been seeing when I was a kid, they call me. By the way, Jay, just to show off, I'm the first brand ambassador for Ingwebu ever. I'll forever be proud of that. I brand representa abantu bakobulawayo, representa abantu bakomathebeleland. Not to sound like a tribalist, but Ingwebu is very Ndebele.
Yeah, khona Ngo City product is very Ndebele. Angiboni tribalism.
Yeah,
but anyways,
it's very Ndebele.
Yeah,
and for them to call someone like me there, I really felt good. You know, I've contributed to a tribe, young agit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ingwebu gets away with a lot of murder because
Denombuzo man, since vele sakhuluma Ingwebu, ukuthi what do you think in a situation where you'd find abantu like Madam Boss being the brand ambassadors of Ingwebu?
Okay, very good question. I knew you'd answer.
Also tell you the sex on the beach.
Yeah, I feel like I'd rather go when they see a South African celebration. So rich. But anyway. Anyway. Actually, it's straw. Yeah, it's a straw that messed me up. You know, straws are for women because I don't suck. That's why women like straws. They suck. Anyway, I feel a bit like Shatta. But anyway, yeah, right. Sorry. You know, okay, this is what happens, man. Ingwebu's got a brand. Yeah, Yamahill. And so Ingwebu now said, you know what? We don't want to be selling in Matabeleland anymore. We want to move to Mashonaland. So good marketing and business sense says, if you want to market to Shona people, get a Shona. No matter boss is big.
Yeah, she's big.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, I don't understand, how do people then want to say Ingwebu ngeyabo? Half those people not even half, 10%, 90% of those people don't drink Ingwebu. But you feel you own Ingwebu because Ingwebu is so associated with Ndebele culture. But Ingwebu now wants to sell in Harare. Do you think I can't sell anything in Harare?
Of which business at the end of the day? Yeah.
But definitely. Sometimes we just need to stop complaining and think, okay, our company is expanding.
It's a good thing for
expansion.
It's
a very good thing. I was very disappointed in a lot of people that I thought had very good business acumen in their heads, but
only to discover what ish. But anyways, going back to childhood, when do you move to the UK?
I went to the UK in 1990, end of the 90s there somewhere.
Why did you move that side?
Actually, for a software company because I went to Academy of Learning, so I got a software support diploma. And I was working for TPS Computers. So basically what was happening is this guy was ordering computer parts from China. Tina, we're assembling the computers here and then putting our sticker.
Yeah.
And I was very good at it. And then somewhere along the line, my cousin, Omar K, who was the one who had called me to TPS, discovered Uti graphic designing. Yeah, I had graphics designing. I started designing things on Paint. I think it was called Microsoft Paint. So and then it said,
you knew what you were doing then, or you're just doing?
You would most of the time I didn't know what I was doing. I would play and then someone would see a financial aspect to it. So we started doing posters for people and birthday parties and
yeah.
Yeah.
So sharp. So You were saying what was in the graphics designing?
Yes, and then cause cousin mom and my uncles and some of my aunts, Babe, we are from UK, for him chato, and so coming from the UK, you look like
Diaspora.
people treat you a bit more special. Yeah, then I had a desire to go to the UK so that I would also visit.
Yeah.
And feel special. But UK was a big eye opener for me because I was the first guy who ran a nightclub in 1998.
In the UK.
In the UK.
Wow.
In the UK. I don't know, maybe there were others who ran before me, I don't know. But me now, for me, in my life, I was the first guy. And what happened is I did an EP. So there were these Kenyans, they owned a bar, a Forest Gate. So when I was releasing my EP, I invited quite a lot of people from Gobulawa in Zimbabwe, per se. And then these guys said they've got a nightclub, a Forest Gate, Water Safari Bar. Imagine that. And they then said, why don't we take all these people to Safari? And then we started running the bar.
Then
just
you
like that.
Clubs that side.
Yeah, I just started running a club in the UK. Yeah, well, and then obviously we got into promotion, World Entertainment. I'm sure you know Sipho Dlamini, also CEO Universal. I was saying
who?
ASAF.
Or Def Jam.
Def Jam, yeah, but the CEO Universal. But also we had World Entertainment, Labo Mape.
Visiting
Arthur, okay. Most South African and Zimbabwean acts, their first time in the UK was us guys.
You were.
This is why you see me talk to South African celebs, and when they come here, they look for me. We know each other
from the UK. Bengibuza ukuthi singa ukuthi economy yezim ibad, like why then do you come back as Zim over the UK?
Do you know Uti put us I was working there at Spitalfields Market in Walthamstow, and they got a very good job. And but we are up on holiday in Tala, and I didn't go holiday. When I went to Mandi, guys were taking me out, where, and guys were in charge of their destiny, basically. And I was supposed to be here for 2 weeks. I stayed for 2 months. Then I went back. What's so sad, Tala? Because you need to ask yourself, Uti, life changing. It's a very important question you need to ask yourself, Uti. Why am I here? And what are you going to do when you're here? I drink every day. It's a lifestyle. Because I like it. I wake up whatever time I want. It's a lifestyle.
Okay, so upendura Ezim gufuni freedom because ngali you spend most of the time.
No, not really. I wasn't feeling the life in the UK because I'm a creative. I'm a very free person. So over the boss and noting eZimbabwe lapha obomalumami lesihlobo zami izalwela ukuthi singasebenzela amakhiwa mina ngasuka la ngasebenzela amakhiwa eUK. How stupid is that? Yeah, felt a bit stupid.
But again,
I came here because I wanted to own my own means. Yeah, well, I came back, opened Cat House Studios in London, and I recorded quite a lot of people there. And for Bulawayo music to be played on Power FM, especially, too many. Too many. I did a compilation. It was a double CD. When I went live, Volume 1, had many people. Choosy. Was cool. Nice time.
School.
No, another school. There is a song about the post. All over Diliza Kalawa, no Duza. There's a song, what is the song? Gumdandi Lukshin, you know what I'm saying? Unduza's young sister, she was singing on that. Nice time. Claudine Gomez showed it karate. He didn't know money so can
So vele waqala kudala phela ukusebenzela manje.
Yes. I co-wrote and also produced the album Otis Ingwebu. Nondiwe bonke labana.
Yabazi Otis Ingwebu.
Otis Ingwebu, do you know Otis Ingwebu?
Otis Ingwebu.
Jesus Christ, look at my papers.
Yeah, many.
All that I recorded Bun Soldier as well. Mr. Gave anyway.
Okay. So moving on to radio now. When does the love for radio come about?
Okay.
How did you get into radio and broadcasting?
We used to listen to Radio 3 XN. There was a guy called Simon Parkinson. He was the most hilarious and entertaining guy. He's in South now. I've forgotten what radio station he's on. And so naturally, you come out of the car, you get in the car, you're driving to school, which is at around maybe about 7:15 to about 7:15. And you're listening to your breakfast show.
Radio.
Yeah. And listen to Simon Parkinson. This guy is so liberal. And then when I was in the UK, I used to pack fruit and spit off its bucket. And then I think it is BBC TV, BBC 4. They had a show there, The Big Breakfast.
Okay.
You understand? So I used to pack fruit that used to come out on that TV show. So would go with the driver, see deliver studio sound. They had a house and see deliver the fruit there. Then I'd watch Fruit and Veg. Then I'd watch the show, BBC or Big Breakfast to see. Banana, amatamatisi, because you'd study a banana. They're called specials. A banana elingala scratch. Orange elingala scratch. Everything had to be perfect. So as you know, but the guys there doing the Big Breakfast was so liberal. And then when DSTV became popular, I fell in love with the Expresso and how free they were. Okatleo. How free they were. So Ukubani 2 years before came to me and said...
2 years before what?
Before Skyz Metro started.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 years before he said, we want a radio station. Dr. Kubani Moyo came to say, we want to do a radio station where for Bulawayo people to take our radio station seriously, you're already a brand to go Bulawayo. So we need to bring you onto the station. I was like, cool. Initially, I was supposed to do breakfast on Monday and breakfast show on Friday.
2 times a week?
Yes, initially. And then after we did our demo shows, then it was then decided I do breakfast every week because I'd already had reservations. I'm a business person.
You need time.
Yeah, and I love sleeping. I love sleeping. I really do not want to set an alarm. I want to sleep and wake up when I wake up. Yeah. So to imagine doing a breakfast show for 4.5 years and being suspended twice, it was actually an achievement because I really should have been suspended more times.
I was about to ask you, when does a toxic relationship between you and Skyz Metro start?
We've never had a toxic relationship with Skyz, and I don't think there is any way where I've written or said something negative about Skyz Metro. I've never done that, and I'll never do that. Because Skyz Metro into amandebele, into Mthwakazi, into yethu esilayo koBulawayo. It's an independent radio station. And obviously there are other radio stations because Skyz Metro FM was supposed to fail. So when Skyz Metro didn't fail, then the government just forms another radio station to try and counter what Skyz Metro FM is doing. So it's very silly in itself.
So do you say a relationship yakho le Skyz Metro is not toxic? Toxic in a sense that you mentioned ukuthi gokumele bakususpend kaningi bahlala bekususpenda bakubisele. Toxic relationship ayikho njalo.
It's not toxic. That when you are in a friendship, with people and liyazwisisana sisaxabana.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Yeah, I messed up. I did it. I messed up. But you see, the thing is, Mina, I am the people. And understandably, Robert Mugabe quit. I got drunk. Yeah. And
yeah.
Perhaps my celebration then went overboard.
But don't you think when lo Robert Mugabe belile life similar, because the day bekumisa umsebenzi Skyz Metro day la lapha akhitshwa khona?
Yeah, yabona ukuthi ama ethics e radio lezinto ze Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe balapha yama measures zabo. And a code of conduct we must follow. I broke that code of conduct. Not once, twice. Yeah. But the last one, I was fatigued. And if fatigue, you don't know it's coming. It hits you at once. It's unfortunate that because I drink, I think they then thought the guy is drunk.
What the? When's walala?
It's not.
Yo, on air.
I'm a legend.
Yo. On air?
Yeah.
Then manje, what discover after iskade singana?
No, people could hear me snoring. On air. Guy sleeps on air. Who does that? Skhonjwa. That's me. But I feel Uguti, the radio station, but could have treated me better than how they treated me, than making me a villain.
Yeah.
If I was running the station, one of my best presenters sleeps on air, and we make a meal out of it. And say, no, Chomlo, Jani, Sesimuhambisile ngale for counseling.
Yeah, he's going through the most.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what? And then you'll find an NGO that does counseling for abantu abathanda utshwala. Belinike 15,000. Ube bread ambassador. You understand?
Yeah.
This is where we're failing in Zim. So when I was telling you about Utumjolo and City, corporates do not understand. You remember when Mike Tyson fought, I don't know, George Foreman, yeah. What? No, it wasn't George Foreman, it's the other guy. How George Foreman in was you see? Yeah, it wasn't George Foreman, it was the other guy. Wow, Tyson got frustrated, he bit the other guy's ear. The following day in the morning, some chocolate company was making chocolates in the shape of a piece. Yeah, you understand?
Marketing.
And this is where we are. And all this emanates from the fact that we've got old people who are trying to sell products to young people. And us young people, younger, I mean, I'm not young anymore, I say younger, but yes, Zimbabwe, I'm 46, look at me, youth. You understand? They have no idea what the younger people are doing.
Yeah.
Yabona mina, I'm always making sure Oprins, they are doing hip-hop thing at Red Cafe every Thursday. And I've given them a platform, I'm supporting them. It gets terribly full at Red Cafe, the Thursday on 5. Because people like us have got resources. We've got guys like Patsani as well, got resources. And they understand. If you do not resonate to the young people,
also,
who are now the majority, you're not going to go anywhere. The reason why I resonate with you guys is because I'm always interacting with you. Yeah, we ought to put us, let's do this. Advise angle yako wins. And I'm very happy about that. That's what keeps me going. And I also want to tell you something. Why it is very important to help young people, especially if you've got kids. And I want to tell you something. Maybe you had not thought about this, but I'll share it with you so you can see. Do you know what later on, I know you'll be a very successful person in life. If my son Kobo comes there with his CV, whether he's qualified or not for that job, by mere fact that I once helped you in your life, you'll employ my son.
Yeah.
That is what it's about. Yeah.
So do you feel like, to some extent, Skyz Metro threw you under the bus after the incident in Leo Glal?
No. Let me tell you, both times when I was suspended, when I was called for the hearing, I quit. That's stuff you probably didn't know, but yeah, I resigned. I've resigned from Skyz Metro twice. Yeah.
That's a tricky
situation. Because it's chess.
You've
suspended me. Okay. You've made me look like an idiot. Okay. That's all right. Where are we hearing? Resignation.
Okay.
Then I start. So the next time you heard me on Skyz Metro, I was on a new leave because I was now a new employee. But I've got so much love for Skyz Metro because I'm a listeners. I resonate so much with listeners. And sometimes radio stations need to realize, when you punish the presenter, you're also punishing
the people,
your listeners.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I'm Skyz Metro at heart. I will not be on any other radio station. I won't. I'll never do that.
So rewind, Bichana, before Skhamba, Guma suspension. How does the Vuga breakfast show come about? Combination, Yako, lo Master, is it Master Eli, lo TKP? That's the original.
No, it's me and Kaya. Kaya Drastic, my English.
Okay. How does that show come about and the combination in Eliana Ibianjan?
I like Kaya a lot. I do. And Okaya, Ngumuntu, you understand Kaya and TKP, Master E as well. Uzweli, Impis, Uzweli. I go out with them to events and functions. Kaya then understands me. TKP understands me. Master A understands me. Well, we hang out.
Okay.
You understand?
So that's where
that is the chemistry of the show comes when you know each other. And I know what if I want to piss off Kaya, my parameters low.
Limits.
And I get nerved up. I know TKP. We used to do trips into Botswana. I went on my weekends. Uti, sazane nje. I know uti lo boyfriend yakhe ngibani. There know my girlfriends, inter-girlfriends. But you understand, Uti. It is a case of Uti understanding each other. Man, we hang the whole weekend. Monday morning on radio, we're talking about what we're doing over the weekend. You understand we're real people.
Yeah.
Kaya says, "Nqalile uhambe shopping at Skolindi." And you understand. Yeah. What made us the biggest breakfast show is we are the people. We talk as kulumis in Tongazazi.
Yeah, I feel like kubuze abantu bakulalele kumele kube relatable.
Ama breakfast show namhla sikhuluma ngama cucumber. Hey, cucumber yaqalisa eItaly. No man, boss. There are people living real lives here. And we are the pulse of Bulawayo because we'll tell you things that are happening on the ground.
Yeah.
And we'll pick a topic immediately. What's pending? So the day Lama riots, Lawan uchisis into what.
Yeah.
Because we're not too sure if we can talk about the people in the country are revolting. What we then simply said was, kwenzakalani ekhasi lakho? Savula amafoni. People were telling us what's happening in the hood. And no one can come there and say, we're anti-government or what, because people are telling us what's happening.
That was a good move.
Yeah, and it also helped because a lot of school kids went to school and betrochwe skolo umsindo waqalisa. So that's when I saw the power of radio. When we then said, all those kids must come downstairs at Pioneer House. And any parent looking for their kids must come there and pick their parents. Because there were no chovers, no transport. And we had kids who didn't know what to do.
That's were stranded.
Yes, at abantwana kababuye downstairs at Pioneer House. And then the parents can come get them from Pioneer House.
So, abantu bonke laba bangaphi ke Theselaliyo hostel wonke breakfast show. Where are they now? Master Eli.
Do you know Master Eli is around? He was in Dubai, he's around. TKP is in South Africa. Kaya is back on radio. I have a very soft spot for Kaya, by the way, and I wouldn't mind presenting with how Kaya. She's an amazing person.
So, is there any chance you that combination ihlangane futhi in the future?
Yeah, of course. You know, life teaches you that nothing is impossible. You know, we are definitely going to work together again. Maybe single station manager.
Yeah. Khona say sesingabe sizofaka ama CV.
Yeah.
Sizo
I think we think too much about a lot of things. And we are, I think abantu bakithi especially, we are very afraid of confronting authority. Kades I'm doing Party Central, Party Hard on Friday. I'm partnering with Skyz Metro. We are sharing the proceeds. But it took all those suspensions.
Exactly.
I'm very entertained.
You were saying you're now partnering with Skyz Metro. After ama suspension amaningi garesi usuyi partner. What do you mean by that? You're no longer an employee.
No, I'm a partner with Skyz.
How does that work now?
We share the proceeds. So this is where the entrepreneurial brain kicks in. You pick a slot that has no adverts. Then you say, I can bring adverts. Then you share. You understand? Okay. And this is the value you bring to the station. Because the station, Skyz Metro Pela, I my license inspector, I collect his mali for what you need a ZPC listener's license. Yeah. So you then find out what those guys don't really care about a lot of things, because whether they produce good content or not, their paycheck is coming. But when you work for a private radio station, if you don't get the advertisers and don't make your show exciting enough for people to advertise on your show, you're not going to get paid.
But also ama potential businesses afuna uzo advertiser ku show yakho.
My first show had 23 advertisers.
Yeah. So meaning with this Skyz Metro,
I've actually got corporates now that want to buy
the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit. So would you consider in the future, I'm not betraying Skyz Metro or anything, but would you consider ukuvula a station or even a podcast?
A podcast, yes, definitely. I've been approached by quite a few people, the citizens. You know, and I work also with K9 in South Africa. Yeah. So we're doing K9 AVR, Lot DJ Wildfire. But I've been approached by so many people. But let me tell you what, you know where I am now, and angfuni wenza izinto ezilama half measures, because we've got resources.
Yeah.
You understand? We're here at Cosmo today. It's my brother's club. We've got resources. We've got nice places.
Yeah.
And I feel Uti, if I am to do a podcast, everything about the podcast must show Uti ngumuntu owenza izinto ezilengqondo.
Yeah, because I feel like ama numbers won't allow and le crowd yonke naleyo uyakwanisa ukwenza nge podcast. uzofika ku-extent yokuthi awusashare ama-profits with anyone.
No, you must always share. You must never get to a stage ukuthi wena imali yonke sithathwa.
No, but I'm saying
this is my ideology.
Like ngiyakuzwa ukuthi thina, but I'm not saying
the bulk of the money.
Imali wena uzayithatha yonke. Of course, like crew, like wena yourself, you create employment for other people because
I think equity makes people work harder.
Yeah.
You understand? If it's a Babongile Skhonjwa podcast and I'm paying you $100 per session, you just come and sit here and try and be funny and try and be relevant to the show because your $100 is guaranteed.
Yeah.
But if I say 30% of the show is yours, yabona. When also was with advertising, but when you come to the show, we was watching. Exactly. And it's a business model, I think, that can work
also,
for everyone.
So you're saying it pushes you to work harder?
Yeah. In South Africa, about restaurants, I only discovered last year they don't pay waitresses. And guess what?
They are making
treatment or waitress.
Yeah.
Because if she's not nice to you, she won't get paid. But if your worker knows, come month end, I'm getting my $300, how are they going to treat?
So after another suspension, Skhonjwa is now back on radio. You say it's showing in
Friday nights, 8 to 10.
Friday nights, 8 to 10. He's now back on radio. Definitely.
Yeah.
Then a relationship with the Highlanders Football Club. How does the love or journey with Highlanders start? Because I know with most Ndebele families, when you're growing up, Highlanders ngengani endlini sikhule vele ukusupport iBoss akule enye team ongayisupport wena the love for iHighlanders iBoss iqala ngaphi?
Remember Highlanders because into ze-culture and ukuthi into zakithi and Highlanders is more cultural. We've got a bigger cultural connection than the actual football team itself. What I then from campaigning to be vice chairman was we have Highlanders Football Social Club, who are the ones who carry cards, who determine what happens at Highlanders.
Yeah.
You understand? Which is the clubhouse and what. You know. And then we've got abantu abathanda ukubukela iHighlanders. Ama-supporters, aba-fans. Ama-supporters lawa athenga amakhadi.
Okay.
Who support the actual football club.
Yeah.
Then we've got fanatics abahamba besiyabukela ibhora. Yeah, who are all Highlanders people.
Yeah.
So in my campaign to be vice chairman, I wanted to make it easier for supporters, for fans, and to understand what is happening at the club, and make it easy for fans to be supporters. Converting the hundreds and thousands of people who love watching Highlanders, APF, to actually buy cards and come here. Because now City Highlanders, the team Lezolonke, maybe I may be wrong, I may be right, maybe Highlanders has got close to 1 million people who love Highlanders. But you've got 300 people who determine if fate yabantu abangumillion.
So manje with this great idea, udliwa njani my elections?
Unfortunately, it becomes a personality thing. Young guys, this, that, smearing, so smeared. At one time I thought, but sure, you got to be smeared like this just because you've got ambition to help the club. You know, I did Highlanders Labangana. That was the best Chisanyama in Bulawa. Anyone can say whatever they want, but up to today, almost 4 years later, everyone still talks about the Labangana. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, you want to bring those glory days back. My campaign was talking about money for the team. Why are we at Cosmo? Why are we not shooting this podcast You answer this, I'm sorry. Yeah. But I want to ask you, why have you prepared us? This is what Lapa a cause. Go Patsad. Umuntu support the Highlanders to heart. And it. But because what? It's a nice place. It's a beautiful place. Beautiful ambience. Yeah. We cannot say that about Highlanders. But we're the biggest team in the country.
No, plus I think the problem corner from the management per se, there's a sort of gatekeeping that is going on within the club. True. So now, would you say that there is gatekeeping that is going on right now?
When are we going to give younger people a chance? How old does one need to be to contribute, not just to Highlanders, to the country? Because that's below the belt, but I'll accept it. This is what we need to ask ourselves.
Yeah.
I said this at the Highlanders AGM when they gave us a chance to talk. Your own children are not even members. Huh?
Ish.
Your own children. They're not club getting members. So if you cannot hand the baton to your own kids,
yeah. But don't you think is it Bulawayo Chiefs is doing a better job in terms of marketing the club as compared to Highlanders?
Of course.
They are, definitely.
From a team that is an unknown team, they've got more followers than
they've
a team.
Verified,
they've got more followers than a team that has been around since 1926. A team phone you 2 years ago.
So when
ubone ngathi wena bona labana abantu abamarket Bulawayo Chiefs ubone ngathi asobe Highlanders.
I'm sure Highlanders.
Yeah, but did Highlanders give them an opportunity to do that?
Yeah. No, but they saw an opportunity somewhere.
Exactly, that's what happens.
That's
what happens. That's what happens. Where you love, if you try and give them your expertise, try and help, and you do not receive, people do not listen to you or whatever, you take that elsewhere where you get paid.
Yeah.
Because Highlanders is a charity. It's charity, you don't get paid for ideas. But at Bulawayo Chiefs, if you sell them an idea, there's a paycheck. So Bulawayo City, there's a paycheck.
So are you
there's a paycheck.
Are you saying that Highlanders or the board of Highlanders abakuniga support maybe, or we expect to abakuniga appreciation?
No. The thing is, there's a constitution, and you follow what the constitution says.
Yeah.
You understand? But I'm not disappointed because people vote for who they want.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. But bafuna umuntu webhora understand football administration. Bavotela officials, my friend. I think we're one of the cleanest campaigns ever.
Yeah. The 300 people when abalamakati are eligible to vote.
Yes, because it's in the constitution. But if we put a ballot at Highlanders versus Dynamos and said Votan, trust me,
streets,
I would have won the election. In the streets I won.
No, definitely.
But when it comes to people understanding that you need to be a card-carrying member, we need to do this, which is the thing I was trying to preach, Uti. Let's get guys to buy membership so that we then dictate to Uti, this is what we want for our club.
But seeing Uti, when the opponent yakatu ulayo, lingabangani, and when you love the club, are you willing to end the Wenke?
Yeah, no, of course. But recent events now. Twice.
Which are these recent events?
They chased away the clubhouse manager because they believe that he was supporting me. It's silly and petty, like I said. But okay, if people don't want me around, let me continue with my life. Yeah. But if Fiso comes to me and says, put us, yeah, man, I've fed Highlanders, I've given them money for fuel, I've emceed, I've thrown events for them for free. I have no problem.
Yeah.
But then, we are the Highlanders, the Skyz Metro, it's the same. But I think Anyway.
Maybe ngelinye ilanga usungavuka suyipartner futhi Highlanders. Siyaphupha.
No comment. But so long as there are no young people in the board,
Yeah.
they will never know what the young Highlander supporters want. And you know, Uguti, the danger that's going to happen one day, and we're going to have a team go Bulawayo. Iqaliswa lama supporters amaningi kule Highlander. Kuthi kudlalwa igame. Ugcine kulabantu abang 300 is standing.
Bona labanye abama
Onye
Abama
kuyi-team
card
silabantu abang 1000.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
2000. I feel like
Yeah, vis-a-vis Man City.
ama
Man City. Avela ngapha ama-support Man City.
I feel like Highlanders should be targeting the young people.
True.
Like 2000
True.
mostly because like ibo abantu abaningi, like make it look cool.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. And you have board members whose children are not mad about Highlanders.
Yeah.
And it.
Then
Come! Wait. Come! Come! Chuck! Where's go? Come!
besa vizu.
No. Better. Come, sit here. 2 seconds. I want to ask you something. Yeah. What team do you support here in Bulawayo? What is Boso's real name?
Barcelona.
No.
This is Highlanders.
Exactly. What colors do they wear?
Black and white.
Thank you, Papa. You can go. Bye-bye. Yeah, that's my son.
Yeah.
So how many children from board members and exec members
Can do that.
yeah. So what I'm saying, if you are not crazy about Highlanders and your family is not crazy about Highlanders, the team is gonna go nowhere.
Yeah. So then how do we bridge igap lona lele likhona?
I think it lang khona likhatshana from
Alikho,
thina,
vele
abantu
alikho
abancane and abantu abadala. It's fun.
But don't you feel like bridge lona lelo likhona everywhere besides the football side of
It's a
things?
Zimbabwe thing. Like I said, I'm 46. I'm still regarded as youth. So guys, just have a family meeting. Abadala ba decisions. I'm 46.
Yeah.
Benza decisions ungafiwa or kulomtshato or kule family event. Benza decisions about. They will only call you when they need money or labor.
Ish. Yeah, that's a tricky situation, but we hope.
This is what it is. It's what it is.
We just hope
Bakuma
izinto
board
zizaba sharp.
amakampani ngamaxhegu abantu abenza izinto ngamaxhegu
President
abantu
lexhegu.
abanemali ngamaxhegu abantu abacontrolayo
Ngamaxhegu.
economy ngamaxhegu abantu abenza ama decisions ngamaxhegu
Amablesa ngamaxhegu.
when you're trying to rise as a young guy they shoot you down and they even come for our women
Yikho lapho ngikhuluma khona ngithi amablesa la ngamaxhegu.
bezothatha abafazi bethu futhi it's hard being a young black man in this country
Because
Ndebele for
bakuthathela
that
lo
matter.
mfazi.
Ndebele for that matter.
How so?
Bakuthatha umfazi
Abafazi bakho namashoni.
is Mbinga in Ndebele word.
No, it's not in the word.
Yeah. What is the equivalent? What is the translation of Mbinga in Ndebele?
It's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah, name 5 of them.
How often do you hear it's cool lapha?
But one crew in Harare, it's got more than 20.
Then
Rich
moving.
cousins,
Then
power circle.
moving on to the theater side, acting. Role is it behind closed doors?
Yeah.
Pornography. How does that how does that come about? You
Think of someone else who would have done that.
going naked on so like were you
Name me
naked
two
naked?
people. Name me 10 two people who would have done that.
Anasbo. Angibona kula mntu engimaziyo. But then out of curiosity, like I wasn't there, but I'm asking, like, were you naked like?
We're doing it again in April, so you can come and watch.
So you'd be naked.
So you like you've been naked.
Come and watch the show and make your judgment.
Right
And
now,
I was
asking-
having sex 3 times on stage in 45 minutes.
So like, were you naked on stage?
come and watch the play.
I know. Phelele and ngebuyayo. Mina, I'm asking about the previous one. Were you like
Basically, the whole play, I've been boxers. Literally, because everything happens in the bedroom. But it's a play about it's a play about men.
Okay.
Because the role I was playing, it's a guy who has lost his job. He had a very good job, was CEO, and he's lost the job.
Setshone
And
endlini.
umfazi
Osebreadwinner, nasetshone
and yeah,
endlini.
but because you've got no money, you get your money from your wife. You obviously can't have sex with anyone else except the maid.
So then yena say
Because that's the only person you can boss around is the maid. Yeah, and sex with your wife is not interesting anymore. And your wife then, because she's used to your circle of friends, Abalemali, she starts
Say-
sleeping with one of them.
So do you think like that's the reality of things?
Yeah, no, it is.
Okwenzakalayo like kuma families amaningi right now khona.
No, it is. Ukuba indoda emnyama is tough.
Yeah.
It's tough, especially when you've got no money. And it's better when you've never had money all along. It's worse when you've had money before.
Then yasiphela.
Exactly. Because you lose friends. You lose your whole support system. Your relatives even look at you like you're less of a man. And your wife as well. You know what I'm
So,
saying? This is the thing is, if you drive a Benz, the reality of the ground. Now drive a Benz, big badge, uthola chair. Hamba ngeHonda Fit uzakubona.
Simo siyabe sesisibi. So
Uyamthatha
I heard you say one of your interviews you're saying you had to rehearse i-partner liyana the sex scene in front of
Ukhonti.
ukhonti mhlanga.
Let me tell you what, my guy. I have sessions with Cont. Singu-2. Yomdala. Siyaxoxa singu-2. Sometimes I just call him ngapha mdala hambe ngiyembona.
Usicilile phela buye ku-interview.
I've been to his house eLupane so many times. One time ngamphathela ufuthi da akube no futhi. You know, we are on that level. Nomdala.
So do you feel like he's one of the people that have influenced i-career yakho in terms of entertainment? Like, do you think ukhonti played a big role in the making of Babongile Skhonjwa?
No, true. Yeah, sisemzingwane we Amakhosi Theatre. Our play was based around plays that we saw from Amakhosi and their ability to act and what they could do. You know, and Ukhonti speaks his mind. He's not shy and he doesn't care who's in the room. I enjoy to Tetisa what's his name? When Minister of Arts, Ulang.
I'm what in?
No, Lang, I was touring Amakhosi then. Before the tour ended, Lang said he had to leave. And then Kon said, Mama Ulandile. Ulandile was all over Amakhosi. So we change everything about Amakhosi. You're telling us you have to leave, you've got more important business.
Yeah.
And I was actually in tears. But no, man. Angeke wena Minister of Arts utuvakatshela Amakhosi. You're telling us you want to leave before i-program yethu iphela.
So wena ubona ngani ukhonti singamthola lapho ukuthi abuye lathi azohlala la lapha ku-podcast
Ukhonti
because singing
no,
as
I want to tell you, Cont is a cultural intellect, and he must first understand you ukuthi umuntu onjani. And
before evuma
yeah,
anything.
Cont will not come somewhere where he feels ukuthi wena as umuntu host show le show yakho, you're only bringing him there because he's Cont. You're not bringing him there because you believe in his intazikhulumayo.
Okay.
He's not gonna come.
Of which it makes sense.
He's not gonna come for that. If he thinks ukuthi you're just bringing him somewhere to make your show popular,
You take advantage.
he's not gonna do that.
Okay, it makes sense, yeah.
But you know what? Go to Amakhosi, talk to Cont, let him walk you through Amakhosi, let him explain to you about Amakosi. Let him explain to you every tree that's planted at Amakosi.
I think this is a humble
Yeah. Let him
team.
explain to you about the well, Esemakosi. You understand?
Yeah.
Then when you interview Conte,
You know.
You cannot call Conte like me and start asking questions.
I say
No. You need to know Conte.
Then what are
Quickly, sorry, just 2 minutes. I've understood Bulawayo and my culture better from being associated with people like Conte, because Conte is at Fair Talk. They called me to Skyz Metro. Right now, we're working together for Kiona TV with Conte. He's the one personally, and I want to Conte Dinga personally. Yeah, you don't take those things like. Conte is the one who told me that Bulawayo was designed like Miami, and why that White Road, a park. We are meant to have carnivals. And the white people wanted Bulawayo to be the center of culture, which we are really.
Yeah.
And they wanted you to come from wherever in the world to Kolise. So that's why we've got the best theaters, we've got the best of cultural things, because this is what was happening. So Bulawayo, Usolopondana, also after Hero Labanyaman, we're meant to have stands there uthi ama carnival things abe hamba ingafika park road chiwili ke phenduke, so we're meant to have that once a year.
Yeah.
But we're not doing that.
I was about to ask Uguti, who are the other people besides Ukont that played a role in the making of Babongile Skhonjwa esimbonayo Gates?
There's so many people, some that I've never met or talked to in my life.
Yeah.
But I've watched how they're doing things, But first and foremost, everything starts with family. And
Yeah.
My father, I used to MC in Chado and events. He still does for relatives,
Yeah.
for free. Mina ngiyachacha ifi. Katesla isechacha.
So nxa umuntu efuna ukubhukha like uchaja malini kahle? Uchaja
Depends
malini?
on the event and who you are. For example, Old Mutual can come and say, "Can you MC for us?" I'll say $1,000 US. When ungabuya ngidani nje uyi-20 wefika. Yeah, you cannot have a fixed fee. You must reason
Okay.
behind
Seeing-
the charging.
Seeing ukuthi Bulawayo artists and the music industry yakobulawayo is ingathi is suffering when it comes to acceptance from abantu, ukuthi people are not supporting local content, people are not supporting local music. What do you think is the problem? Like, what's happening kahle kahle?
Numbers. It's a game of numbers. Japraiser sells how many records to how many people who understand the content ka Japraiser, who understand the content ka Winkiti.
So now you're saying amandebele maluchwani.
Yeah, we need to sleep with each other more. Everything is a game of numbers. Yeah, if we had 20 million Debeles, we'll all be rich.
But don't you think we
doing
have
Debele
20 million?
entertainment.
Don't you think we have 20 million Debeles, but maybe Babani are outside Zimbabwe?
There's nothing wrong with us, honestly speaking. We're doing incredible work. Like right now, I've got my company, South Africa Original Debele Entertainment, and we are in the process of selling music to South Africans. Because
Yeah.
lapha siyabulana ngokubhala, compose. We're in the process of doing that with so
Yeah.
many artists. So I'm taking in music and sending guys music from here that has been released long ago.
Uyihambise essay.
Yeah, and our artists now have a chance because it's new in SA.
So now, do you think ukuthi solution yakhonokho ukuthi ama artists they should move to SA?
No,
Move
no,
their stuff to
no,
SA.
no. That is a financial move. I mean, I relish the day when we'll actually have ama artists akobulawayo abhukwa eSouth Africa, but esuka kobulawayo ukathi frame machina la uye perform ophenduke. You understand?
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's a game of numbers. Everything is a game of numbers. You also need to understand which your target market ilama numbers amangaki. And then accept the reality on the ground. Ukuthi, let me give an example. If umakhelwane wakhe ehlala labantwana abangu-9 mina ngiloqobo angithi
Yeah.
ngingathi sengenza i-t-shirt ebhalwe Skhonjwa as a legend yathengwa ngiqobo umakhelwane next door ethi Dini legend ngabantu abangake
Noma ngu-9.
It's a game of numbers. That's what it is. And politics as well. It's a game of numbers. And it's the politician who then shifts liking. And okay, if we do not want these guys, let's make elections tribal. And once we make elections tribal, when we are wise, we will have
Uzawina.
Yeah.
So
Common
vele
sense.
ngezinye indlela you're saying akola Zimbabwe will never experience a ndebele president.
No, I'm not saying that. It is when we stop tribal politics and start using reason. And we start reasoning correctly. Let's vote for a candidate that could visit us.
But manje, don't you think ukuthi with our artist into ebalimazayo the most now in terms of ama gigs getting booked, the way ama promoters are bringing in the
South African
the
artists.
South African artist.
My guy, so long as you watch DSTV, which is a South African company, you are going to love South African artists. End of story. There's promoters bring things that people want.
So
You got to ask yourself, Uti, why are you preferring to drink Hunter's Dry instead of Castle? Because it's the same thing. People walk into supermarkets and they buy foreign products because you watch them on DSTV. Castle Light advertises on DSTV. When you see Castle Light, you want to drink it because that's what you watch. That's what you're exposed to. We watch Mpura Mpura. We watch Cubs and Mapurisa. That's what it is because that's what we're exposed to.
So you're saying a problem, vele, the root of a problem is not even amongst the artists, but it's more than that. Like
You bring a product on the market that people want. That's what it is. Eat tasty rice, is it Zimbabwe? No. But people eat tasty rice.
So do you think our artist Akobulayo right now should be doing piano essay music? Since abantu bevukela DSTV.
People do what they think is clever for the moment. Right now, piano liyabusa. And if we've got people from Uganda and people from Zambia and Nigerians and Americans doing pianos,
Yeah.
why must we blame our artists also for doing pianos? It is the in thing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If we ama Air Jordan is the in thing, we all wear Air Jordans. It's the same thing with music. I think what needs to be done is just do a case study and say, okay, Zambia, ama artist Vele Livingstone, atini ama artist Lusaka. Ama artist Pretoria, atini ama artist Joburg, like Cape Town. Ama artist Avela Limpopo, atini ama artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we'll arrive at a point where we say, good art is good art. What we need to fight for is that if we've got good art from Bulawayo, good art must be given a chance. Not to Guti City, because you're from Bulawayo, you start crying, because you're from Bulawayo, your things are not going out there. No. We must cry for a space where good art gets an equal chance in the country. That's the space we must fight for. Kuphela. And we know good art is not getting equal space because Egoli Bahlabela the same language and the same culture like us.
Yeah.
And they get played in Harare and people go and perform in Harare. You understand? People go and perform Telepatla, Unkokoze. Bahamba beperform in Harare, behlabela isiZulu. which is basically our language.
Indebele. So do you think it's a game of tribalism that's going on?
Yeah, in a way. You got the national broadcaster here a problem. Because you cannot say you're a national broadcaster when you only play one language.
Plus, gule channel one, bela. The gule
Was
one
that
TV.
busy? I heard they introduced more. I don't know, but I heard.
But you know ZBC.
Yeah, I heard
And I think the news look your color ngung. I think
Ngundu.
look your kalingung like this.
I think, yeah.
So, a question about the land,
Keep it strong, daughter. Don't suck. Thanks.
a question about the land, you've been accused of being a tribalist by some of these media houses, newspapers and everything. Do you think our views are justified?
Listen, this is what I'm saying. And because you don't favor a particular thing, people call you a tribalist. And if loving being Ndebele and doing Ndebele things makes me a tribalist, then I'm a tribalist. But I don't think Kule Shona person. And it's just funny because I don't get this from Mama Venda, Namasutu, Namanampia. You know, I don't get that. But what is wrong with loving being Ndebele? I did not choose to be Ndebele. I was born Ndebele. I love being Ndebele to bits. And I like Uti, which is very funny. It's actually the poorer guys who seem to call me a tribalist. But all the big Shona guys know me, and I hang around with them. I drink with them. They're my friends. They call me. I MC their functions. They come to Red Cafe. No issues with me. But don't want to look on as why I go to Mbani all of a sudden. Yeah.
Tribalist.
They want to come there and start going, But don't post Babu, Imbinga Zonezan. When they come to Bulawayo, who are they rolling with, Baba?
Ole freedom like of speech.
Yeah.
Umuntu othanda ukuzikhulumela.
Yeah, sometimes there's no freedom after speech.
Into ifuna like, do you think can you say it's a loose tongue?
I don't think. I just think it's just nice to be yourself.
Then a question is, do you think being nice about yourself like that in some way has gotten you into trouble?
Yeah, of course. A character like me is in trouble all the time. Because...
like, what's the most recent incident or ongene khona manzi because of what you said?
Okay, so Mrs. K and is launching his album. I think Mrs. K is the present day Love Mama Chaivana because what he sings is very relevant. And you listen to Mrs. K's songs, things he says, you know, it's very
relatable.
Yeah, it's so when he was launching, I then said, you know what? I think Bulawayo music is safe. So much Ivan, I say, as started states, go right, go versus Lavo Mrs. K.
Okay.
They don't want what I saying, attack much Ivan, I'm being disrespectful. I was really saying, with the current crop of musicians we have,
We're good now.
yeah, Lababa retire, right, we retire. It's sharp.
So then, do you think Indo's Kuluma most of the times are misinterpreted?
It depends who. Yabon Wuti, I think, let me tell you something profound. A problem is like umhao. Umhao. And umhao comes about because everyone wants to be number one. And it Upatsani owns Cosmo. And Mina Red Cafe, Let Joy Leisure Center, Kanwini, in 2 weeks' time you follow your way. Why would Ngachela sell Upatsani?
Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
It's apparently it looks like Vele you cannot do successful things
Gobulawayo without people putting you down.
Yeah.
I have not slept with your girlfriend. I am not spending your money. I've not said anything bad about you. I've just done a business. I'm on radio. It's my talents. That unkulunkulu in coordination with my ancestors gave me.
ukuthi
Yeah.
usebenze ngakho.
Wena ilifa lami ngalinikwa ngamadlozi ami noNkulunkulu. Wena you want to talk bad ukuthi uaffect igift engayinikwa ngamadlozi ami igift engayinikwa uNkulunkulu. And every time you talk bad about someone who's making it or be successful, you must know no one must pay for what they were given by uNkulunkulu lamadlozi. That is it. But you see what you get popular, everyone's gonna talk bad about you.
Yeah.
Comes with the territory, but we don't understand that abantu mele sibatshele straight up. Lo ngumhawu. And the little demon where you fail to accept that someone is actually doing something.
So have ama negative comments on social media like affected you in some way? Maybe you're logging in onto Twitter lapana chayisane lo muntu othi uSkhonjwa ngihlamba wena lana ikhuluma.
Let me tell you what, my brother. Back in the day, I was a rude boy. I didn't care. And I've even now talked to some reporters. What about, boss, when you were writing that story about me, what was going on in your head? Angit?
Yeah.
Yeah, because now so stage where I am in life, I can help you do something. Angit? So you'll have someone talk bad about you, but they want you to come and MC
At their event.
at their event. Yabona? You have someone take negative comments about you, but when they need you, they try and be nice. You understand?
Yeah, that's the
But now
cheat.
I don't care. I don't care. Ngike ngathethiswa ngomlutshomo oseCanada ngale ohlala ekhuluma inhlamba ku Facebook. Wathi ngumdlwano wathi ukonkothi ipacket le lacto. I didn't reply. Because at the end of the day, inhlamba ivunyelwe kusho.
Yeah, ivunyelwe.
Wazi ukuthi uSkhonjwa ngomsunu ngomthithi mdala. You understand? Ngavuka kuseni lokho in the Red Cafe. Lokho enguseka qo. Lokho enziye emsakazweni.
Awutshintshanga
And
nje.
it's looking higher for events. That's what it comes down to. But umuntu ubone ngathi they would have shot me down. Look, my guy, I lost the Highlanders election. You know. Ngahleka ngathi dliwele ipolisa. I was drinking with Fiso foot lapha. Have what has changed in my life?
Nothing.
Absolutely
Nothing.
nothing. Nonsi, do you have any questions for Skhonjwa?
I think maybe the only question that I have for you is because I noticed ukuthi when I look Calvin, you guys used to be close.
Yeah.
And the first time I met you, I think it was through Calvin. I don't know if you remember.
Okay.
Some place Amakwekwe. Some Shabin. Emakwekwe.
Emazengeni.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. And I noticed like the genuine love that was there between Wena and Calvin. And my question is, do you think ukuthi enough has been done, I mean, about his death, about finding whoever is responsible for his death, when as one person was close to Calvin?
Okay, Calvin. I'm still in spirit. And me and Alo Calvin used to talk a lot, hang out. Even the first time Calvin is here, Kaya, Ngambala, it was my mother's memorial, Ngambala, Kaya, he was so determined and very close to my family. If you were there at the funeral, all my family members came.
Okay.
Because Calvin even know where Zolala Kaya. You understand? And even up to today, I'll tell 2 years ago I was with his mom. Don't need about the issue I'm for there. I go there. You know, that's how close I was with Calvin. I miss him a lot. Because not only was he we used to drink a lot because when I say Richmond, we say Lufefe.
Yeah.
And we say Kazi Kazi. Let's drink and, you know, into Calvin hurts. I don't know incident Kelana exactly. But this is my own personal opinion. I think there's a lot of people who are lying about a lot of things there.
Thank you.
And I think there are people who know exactly what happened there.
Then you're not
but
saying it.
they're not saying it.
They're not saying
Alright.
anything.
Yeah.
But do you think ukuthi i-justice izabakhona one day or vele sokuphelile vele?
Hayi. Lokana kuzaphuma ndoda. Okule ponda
One
ufihleke
day.
esakeni.
Yakhona kufihleke esakeni.
I don't think it's far as well. Useduze.
Okay.
But zizokhala zizakhala and ziyakhala. Any advice for umuntu olalele i-podcast le, umuntu obukele uke wasama ngenye life lesson lapha ukhuluma ngayo lapha. You're saying ubusithini?
Do you want me to repeat that?
Yeah, repeat that. I think
It's called Punani self-test.
Punani self-test.
Yes, where you are checking that it's clean, but you do not want to use your facilities on your body like your nose. Which when you go down, you want to check with your nose if it's clean.
Yeah.
But you can use the owner of the property to check that the property is clean by putting your finger in between the legs. And then you pull out your finger and then put by their own nose. Yeah. Then you know. Yeah, it's a Punani self-test.
Skhonjwa. Thank you very much. For
But
joining.
just a life lesson, you don't be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are living in a shadow of either parents or mentors or the church. And with a chorus stress, because you cannot be yourself. I know a lot of lawyers, doctors, lecturers, teachers who wanted to be artists, but couldn't because bazawuthina abantu. So people like myself, I don't care what bengathina abantu. Mina, am I happy? Bloody hell, I'm happy, bruv.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do I want to make a lot of money? I would. Sometimes in the process of making money, you will offend a lot of people. In the process of liking to be Ndebele, you will... yes. Because they don't understand you. Most of them are dull. So, intelligent, born.
Yeah.
But listen, if this is what you want in life, do it. Thethiswa, wenzweni, but when and you have work sense, kanje lonke ngosikhonjwa.
Awutshintshanga lo.
Yes, real hate is when people now start shutting down your means of income. Laba ngodevil, or Satan, or Lucifer, just because his girlfriend smiled at you. Just because your ideas attract a lot of people. Whereas abadala bethu are supposed to be the ones saying, how can we support this boy? How can we use his mindset to make Bulawayo an interesting and exciting place? They would rather shut you down. Because abazusisi. But sebekhohle ukuthi yibo abasihambise esikolo. Yibo abahamba empini ukulela thina ukuthi sikhole isinkululeko. But yibo khathesi abenza sure ukuthi ungaba le idea engcono kulabo sebefuna ukuvalela phandle.
Bokuxotsha.
My guy, do you know how many city council facilities are in this town? How many business people are in this town? Would Babesihle approach our business people? How can we make this work and partner with us? Then we do things. What policy do people have for supporting their children? Any political party, manifesto yetu. How are we supporting our children? Angit. Akula lutho.
Because I was about to ask
even in Highlanders, when we the policy to say we are not only grooming young players or development side, we must also be grooming young administrators.
I was about to ask nguzu unganukhuluma politics bese ngifuna ukubuza ukuthi ikhona any political party that has convinced you ukuthi for sure if you vote for them there might be change in Zimbabwe or konke kuyafana nje.
Listen, my guy, I'm going to answer this as an intellectual. Amit. Listen, uPhivu. Izinto eziningi abazikhulumayo ziyiswi. But there is implementation paralysis. You understand? Just to implement.
Yeah.
Paralysis. But ideas are brilliant. I agree to some of the things, indigenization, what in, yeah, but the people who are supposed to implement those things.
Then the opposition now, you and again.
The opposition sometimes just opposes for the sake of opposing, and I've got a problem with that. But sometimes, even if your enemy does something good, acknowledge.
Yeah.
That's maturity. That is what we want to see. And even the ruling party must be able to say, but there, guys, you know what? That's a good idea. We're taking that idea from Triple C and we're implementing it because it's what?
It's a good
It's good.
idea.
And it's good for who?
For the people.
For the
people.
country, yeah.
Exactly. So that's the level. I'm conscious like that. Uguti. This is where I want our political parties to be. Acknowledge. And what is good for the people? Yeah. Have we done something bad? Lapana silahlile. Yeah, siyavuma. Silahlile. And but laba ochamisa sebethe asisabeni lokho. And hlala phansi nochamisa into le isiyenze njani. So that the whole country, but not to say, just because these ones say this, we're going to oppose it.
For the sake of opposing.
No, we mustn't do that. Because we are the ones who are suffering.
Yeah.
Are we not suffering?
Our suffering.
But we're going to suffer because people are failing to agree on ideologies. Just because someone said, let us remove taxes on fuel so that fuel is cheaper. No. Come on.
Babongile Skhonjwa, thank you very much for joining us. Mina, as a fan, not as a host of any podcast, I just want to let you know that you are appreciated. There's a time, I think, basically event gang stand. How die? Angkwazi ukuthi usakhumbula kumbe vele.
I was actually very sober.
But I remember ngitshela ukuthi
I was very sober that evening.
Kobulawayo. Nxa usoba nxa unjana nxa udakiwe kunjani? Yabonga hambi. But anyways, as I was saying, into owantshela zona lapha ukukhuluma usithi isithi eskiyo I appreciate talent as we would wish ukuthi abantu bas appreciate ngayo. But into mfuna ukutshela yona ukuthi what you're doing is great. What you've done is great influence osubelayo in so many people. Some people might not even tell you ukuthi wenzeni empilweni zabo obatshintshe njani because akula opportunity yokuthi bakutshele njalo. But mina right now I'm telling you ukuthi lami ngikhuluma into engayizwayo ukuthi there is always a person okulalelayo.
Yeah.
Amunye umuntu uzaku appreciate akasoka ukutshele kuphela ukuthi uyaku appreciate, but just know that you are appreciated.
I know I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I'll say it anyway because I don't give a fuck. Lalela. The problem is our national broadcast taught our people to support other people who are not their own. Now we have means and channels for our people to support their own. But for the last 37 years, they didn't know how do we support our own. So we must also teach our people how to support us.
Yeah.
Because everything that they've been supporting has been foreign to them. Yeah. But Katesi now, they don't know what to do. Honestly. Abakwazi the artist he supported. How? So we must also make sure that we consult abantu bethu enasdingala benza ama-sciences, mass communication and all that and do a thesis and a case study of teaching people to support homegrown talent. Because people have never, especially people from Matabeleland, have never had an opportunity to support their own. So now also artists omucha, they don't know what to do. Because all along, when there's a show, foreigners.
Yeah.
So that workshop needs to come. We need to talk to professors, abantu abalama MPA. There's a case study on teaching abantu bemathebelele to support their own. Because they've never. Artists, politics.
Mandebele, abantu bakobulawayo asifundeni ukusupportana. Thank you very much for joining.
Asibafundisi.
Nganjini lenga. Siyabonga. Hey, okay, ngizwa wena.
No, thank you. I appreciate being here.
But I know
appreciate it.
siyabonga
Thanks.
kakhulu bro. Chap.
This episode is brought to you by Skhonjwa, your partner. I can stop talking. So I'm going to this. Yo! This episode is proudly brought to you by Sound Culture, your partners in clean, professional, and world-class sound and lighting. So you can trust Sound Culture for the following services in good quality, that is. Professional sound engineering, stage lighting, LED screens, and many more. For more information, you can find us on Instagram at Sound Culture. Sound Culture is spelling KALCHA. Sound Culture, a sound way of life.